Wait, before you play Multiversus, you must change these settings right now or you're gonna have a hard time, okay? I'm hooking y'all up. Hear me out. All right, first things first, let's talk about controller settings. PS5 controller, Xbox controller, or any other controller like this. So I'm hooking y'all up right now with the controls for these peripherals. In Multiversus Season 1, you have a way to map up different actions based on what you want it to be via the analog stick. For fighting games, most people don't primarily use the analog stick to move. We use the D-pad. So if you want to change that, go down under neutral special, hit up on the D-pad, right on the D-pad, down on the D-pad, and left on the D-pad to change it to D-pad controls for the movement. You could probably have both, either or, but I highly recommend you using the D-pad for fighting games always. However, I do know the PS5 pad does suck with its whole design behind the D-pad and how it feels and stuff like that. So if you got another controller, you'll probably do better with it, but it is what it is. And these controllers expensive. You don't only gain stick drift on the fighting game because of the analog stick. This is also very important, especially if you don't only just play fighting games. If you're gonna try some games like Elden Ring DLC or things in the future, you don't want to mess up these analog sticks, bro. Hear me out, just use a D-pad. Multiversus is a very special fighting game. You can bind one action with two different buttons. Firstly, for Multiversus, my preference is that the game automatically gives you two ways to have a dodge button. I don't like B being dodge, I like RT being dodge. If I have a platform fighter background, or if you play Mortal Kombat, like R2 to block, this would be better to just keep it here. So what I would do, I would literally get rid of that button. I'm getting rid of dodge, but I'm changing it to a special other button. I'm personally changing or adding another button for neutral special, which should be the B button now. Simple and clean, easy input preset. Also, before we go any further, Multiversus, you can save input presets on the game as well as you go down on it, and you have a legacy preset, so you can probably just go back to what the game defaults you anyway. Now, you probably are the type of person that's like, taunting's cool, but you probably want more buttons on your controller to do a lot of cool shit with, right? So say if you don't have all your taunts filled out, you could get rid of one of the directions to be different moves. The right analog stick does up attack, right attack, down attack, and left attack. Well, what if I wanted my up special to be flick on the analog stick and my down special to be down on the left stick? You have the ability to customize however you want your attacks to come out as you please in Multiversus. Not too many platform fighting games in history even allow this. I'm not even trying to overgas it, but that's just the truth right now. And this one is for people that have a preference, especially if you come from Smash Brothers. This is important for y'all. Now, there's a function in the game where it's tap to jump. Essentially, you just hit up, you jump. That's literally what it is. Well, here's the option for tap to jump as well. This might be a hot take, everybody, and I will do more testing and tell you if I'm right or wrong in the future, but hear your boy out. So I'll show you the difference between what happens when you have them on the max dead zone left and right horizontally. So, number one, if you do have Joy-Con drift, you might want to put on a higher dead zone. It helps combat that. So right now, Multiversus max is 88 dead zone, like I've shown you. So I'm going to show you guys an example of dead zones on being on the lowest for horizontal left and horizontal right. So a big example is sometimes you will get this dash attack when you just want to run up and do a jab, right? I put it on low because now it registers inputs faster. If you want the flexibility, put it on low. Now this is an example of it at max on horizontal dead zone left and horizontal dead zone right. The max being 88. Now the reason why I have it tighter is for some examples, I don't want me to feel like I just ran up and then I got my freaking dash attack. The way the game tells you is that they want you to hold it and then hit the button, but here they want you to mash the button. It's a difference. Essentially, if you are used to Smash Bros though, you probably already be used to the concept of just either not burst dash attacking or running up and hitting somebody in their face. So again, mess around with this, play around with it, and see if you do like it. Essentially, lesson to be learned, the game doesn't want you to bash. They want you to calculate your inputs. Because I can do dash attacks in your face like this now. Again, play with this on your own terms, see if you like it. That's all I'm gonna say. Again, I could be 100% wrong on that, but from what I know about controllers, you gotta experiment with that on your own terms. Just letting y'all know what it might do for your game and if you got a busted ass controller. Also, this is very important to know right now. Also, this isn't very important. If you feel like Multiversus 2v2 is chaotic, the main way the game is generally played, I have some customization that will probably help you out a lot. So what I like to do, right, is I put the HUD at the bottom of the screen. So you can change the player colors of the game 100%. You can change it a lot. So what I do is I show me and my allies outline so I can know that's my opponent always. It's thicker, right? For enemies, I turn it off. See the difference? See the powerful? See how crazy that is? Perfect. Especially when the game gets online, and every match online is not going to be perfect, especially with rollbacking up to 4 people. People are going to be on varying different internet connections and qualities of the internet games. I'm telling y'all, turning the outline off for one person or the enemy can do you wonders. Even if the colors change, you know the darker one with the outline is you or your teammate versus the enemies, they just don't have an outline on them at all. And even if you want the outline on them, you can also change the color. I highly recommend making the enemy color something completely different you can always track them with, so you won't get distracted while looking at the game on screen. I definitely suggest not using red because some stages get dark. I highly suggest you making the enemy team yellow and making yours blue, if anything. Also, streamer mode is also a good thing, so you won't get copyright claimed via Twitch, or if you care about those things, turn this on, because a lot of the music in Multiversus are very Warner Bros-esque, and Warner Bros might cook you or might not, who knows? So it's better to just turn streamer mode altogether, man. And lastly, if you want the game to curse, and you don't want it to curse, if you want to hear Rick curse and probably Harley maybe, and a few other characters down the road curse, go ahead, put the mature language on. Let them express themselves. So that being said, this is Multiversus Season 1. These are things you might need to change before you play this game, even if you're playing for casually or you're probably taking it on to the next level to be competitive. I'm telling y'all, this is gonna get y'all right. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe for all things fighting games, Multiversus, FGC related. Subscribe. Not all of y'all are subscribing, bro. We trying to hit that young 25K, baby. You already know what we trying to do. And also, follow your boy on Twitch. I play Tekken right now, and I play Multiversus. So that's literally what I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch for the next couple months anyway. It's gonna get lit. It's gonna get lit. And I run my own tournaments. So y'all ain't gonna miss that out. Come on, it's gonna get lit. It's gonna, you with your boy always. Always. It's your boy Avataryaya. You guys are golden, and that is raw. Squalla, peace, and I'm out.
Let's see who's stronger.